There are two kinds of subsidies that we can discuss, and we've discussed the similar idea in taxes. Okay, so let me show you what we've dealt with earlier. So there's one subsidies way which is called an ad valorem a specific subsidy. A specific subsidy is basically that per unit subsidy which the producer of a specific good is getting. For example, in a milk industry, let's say the government says or asks the producer, okay, how much 1 kg of milk, for how much would you sell? So the producer says, we're willing and able to sell it at 100 rupees for a liter. And how about if you have to supply 2 liters, how much price would you be willing to sell it for? And so they say around about 120. All right. And how about 3 liters? How much would you be selling 3 liters for? So the farmer says, 3 liters, 140 is a good price for me. So the government thinks that, you know what, we're going to give you, for every liter that you're going to produce, we are going to give you about 20 rupees per liter. Okay. So now, from the farmer's perspective, now he's thinking 1 liter was costing me with my profit about 100 rupees. Now the government is giving me 20 rupees. So I am now capable of selling this 1 liter for 80 rupees, right? This is what is happening. The cost has been reduced for them in a way. The 2 liter which I was willing and able to sell for 120, now I'm willing and able to sell it for 100 rupees. Similarly, 3 liters per liter I was willing and able to sell for 140, 20 rupees ka mujhe discount mil gaya, I'm willing to sell it at lower. And basically the subsidy is shifting the supply curve to the right, but technically it is shifting the supply curve downwards by the subsidy rate. This vertical distance, in the tax case, it shifted it up because it raised the cost of production. So vertical distance was the indirect taxes. In this case, since the cost is falling down by 20 rupees for every unit, we are showing, okay, the subsidy is shifting the supply curve downwards or to the right. Vertical distance is the subsidy rate. ये हमारा specific subsidy का तरीका है. Okay. The second one that we have is the percentage based, which is called the ad valorem subsidy. Now the ad valorem subsidy, which is the percentage based subsidy. So just for explanation purpose, again, I'm just going to do a rough thing. 1 liter for, let's say, 100 rupees, and let's say 500 liter for, let's say, the price, we want to put a price on it of just for simplistic reason, let me take it as 500. Okay. Now this is our as the price goes up, producers is willing to supply more. Now let's say the percentage tax on subsidy on per liter that you're getting is about 20 rupees, okay, on the price. So for 100 rupees, what you're producing 1 liter, you want to sell it for 100 rupees, 20% subsidy mil jayegi is liter ke upar, so you're going to get a 20 rupees ka discount. And so you are willing and able to sell it for, let's say, 80 rupees. the vertical distance here of 20 rupees, okay, this is in rupees, ऊपर वो percentages में दिया हुआ है, because 100 rupees का मैंने 20% निकाला है, so 20 rupees is the subsidy that you're getting over here. But if 500 liter per liter, if you're willing and able to sell for 500 rupees and you're getting 20% discount on it, so that's about 100 rupees worth of discount. Okay, so obviously 100 rupees worth of discount, because 500 ka 20% is 100 rupees. So obviously, since the price is so high, you are getting 100 rupees on it, whereas यहाँ पे the prices are so low, just 20 rupees over here, that this vertical distance is representing that. And when I make the supply curve, I see a very divergent shift, and that's what ad valorem does. It creates a divergent shift in the supply curve. Okay, that's the difference between specific and ad valorem. At percentage base, it's just like you go to a restaurant. In terms of taxes, you go to a restaurant, and if you have if you're buying 100 rupees worth of things, 17% will be only 17 rupees. But if you're buying 1,000 rupee worth of thing, it's gonna be 170 rupees. So percentage automatically depends on the value of the good. So the more expensive thing you're making, even if like you're getting subsidy, so the more value you're creating, the higher percentage in subsidies you're going to get. The smaller value you're creating, it'll be a smaller amount.